Today, you're going to begin learning the capital cursive letters. We're going to begin with a group that starts with what we call the cane stroke. Watch as I make that. It begins at the headline with a vertical loop, then comes back up and closes, and curves forward and slants to the baseline. The first letter in this group that you're going to learn is the capital letter H. Let's take a look at it. Beginning at the headline with the vertical loop, then it curves forward and slants to the baseline. Then you lift your pencil, curve back and slant back down to the baseline, pause, retrace, and then a loop that touches the midline and the first stroke and swings out for the finish to the midline. Let's look at the capital H again. Vertical loop and slant. Then curve back, slant, loop, and swing. Watch as I make the capital letter H for you on the board. Beginning with the vertical loop, coming back up and then slant to the baseline, lift the pencil, then you curve back and slant, pause and retrace, make a loop that touches the midline and the cane stroke, the first part, and then a swing to the midline for the finish. Hold your pencil in the air and write the capital letter H as I trace this one. Ready? Begin. Vertical loop, curve forward, slant. Lift the pencil, curve back, slant, retrace, loop, swing. Check your writing position. Make sure you're holding your paper and pencil correctly. Put your pencil at the headline and we'll make the capital letter H. Ready? Begin. Vertical loop, curve forward, slant. Lift the pencil, go to the headline, curve back and slant. Pause, retrace, loop, swing. We can make the capital letter H to the count of 3. Watch as I do that. Beginning with the cane stroke. This is number 1, down to the baseline. Number 2 is the curve back and slant. And number 3 is the retrace, the loop, and the swing. Put your pencil at the headline, and I'll count for you as you make your second capital letter H. Ready? Begin. 1, now lift your pencil, 2, 3. Check your H to make sure that you started at the headline and closed the vertical loop, curve forward slightly and pull down to the baseline. Then you curve back slightly at the headline again and pull down to the baseline. A little retrace here. Check your loop in the middle to make sure that it touches the midline and the cane stroke, and that you swing to the midline for the finish. Now I would like for you to watch as the capital letter H is used in the name Hal. First the capital H, and I want you to notice how it's connected to the A with the double curve, and then the letter L. Now watch as I write the name Hal on the board. Beginning with the vertical loop and slant for the capital H, then a curve back and slant, retrace, loop. Now I'm going to connect this letter to the A with an under, over. Now the A curves back and down, comes up and closes, and slants. Now the letter L, under curve, clear up to the headline, loop, slant, and an under curve to the midline for the finish. Hold your pencil in the air and write the name Hal as I trace it. Ready? Begin. Vertical loop, slant. Lift your pencil, curve back, slant, retrace, loop. Now under, over, curve back and down, come up and close for the A, slant. Now the L, under curve, loop, slant, and finish. Put your pencil at the headline and let's write the name Hal. Ready? Begin. First the H, vertical loop, curve forward, slant. Lift your pencil, curve back, slant. Retrace, loop. Now under, over for the A, curve back and down, come up and close, slant. Now the L. Under curve, loop, slant, under curve for the finish. Check your word. Look at mine. Check to see that the capital letter H and the letter L are the same height. Look to see that you connected the capital H with the letter A with the double curve, first under and then over, and that you ended at the midline with an under curve. The next letter that you're going to learn is the capital letter W. Let's look at it. It begins with the cane stroke, vertical loop, curve forward and slant. Then we retrace slightly with an under curve to the headline, slant to the baseline, and an over curve for the finish. Vertical loop, slant, under curve, slant, over curve. Look at the capital W again while I make it on the board. Beginning again with the vertical loop, curve forward and slant. Now retrace with an under curve coming up to the headline, slant to the baseline, and an over curve for the finish. Hold your pencil in the air and write the capital letter W as I trace this one. Ready? Begin. Vertical loop, go forward, slant. Retrace to the headline with an under curve, slant to the baseline, and over curve for the finish. Put your pencils at the headline and let's make the capital letter W. Ready? Begin. Vertical loop, curve forward, slant. Now retrace and come up to the headline with an under curve. Retrace a little bit as you slant to the baseline. Now a little bit of a retrace and an over curve for the finish. We can do the capital letter W to the count of 4. Watch as I do that. The first part, the cane stroke, which is the vertical loop, curving forward and slant, is number 1. Number 2 is the under curve to the headline. 3 is the slant to the baseline. 4 is the over curve for the finish. Put your pencil at the headline and I'll count for you now as you make another capital letter W. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check your W. Look at mine. Check to see that you started at the headline, that you closed your vertical loop, and you came down to the baseline. See that you have a little retrace, and then you come up to the headline with the under curve, then a retrace and a slant to the baseline, a little retrace and an over curve for the finish. Now I'd like for you to see if you can find the capital letter W in this picture. There's also a surprise in this picture. There is a lowercase w, and there it is. Now see if you can find the capital. Have you found it yet? Keep watching. And there it is, the capital letter W. Watch now as this capital letter W is used in the word Wyoming. And notice we do not connect this capital letter to the rest of the word. Watch as the letters appear and look especially at how they're connected. Dot the I, Wyoming. The next letter that you're going to learn is the capital letter X. Let's take a look at it. It begins at the headline with a cane stroke, vertical loop, curve forward, and slant. Then you lift the pencil to the headline again, curve back, and around, and then finish with a loop. Let's look at it again. Loop, slant, curve back and down, and around with a loop. I'll write the capital letter X for you now on my paper. Beginning with the cane stroke, vertical loop, curve forward, slant, lift the pencil. Again at the headline, we're going to curve back and down, and now round with a loop for the finish. Hold your pencil in the air and make the capital letter X as I trace this one. Ready? Begin. Vertical loop, curve forward, slant. Lift your pencil, curve back and down and around for the finish. Now I would like for you to put your pencil at the headline and make the capital letter X. Ready? Begin. Vertical loop, curve forward, slant. Lift your pencil at the headline. Curve back and down. Now loop around for the finish. We can make the capital letter X to the count of 2. Watch as I do that. The first part, the vertical loop, forward and slant, is number 1. 2 begins as we pull down and come around and make the loop at the end. Put your pencil at the headline and I'll count for you as you make your second capital letter X. Ready? Begin. 1, lift your pencil. 2, finish. Check yours, check mine. Check to see that you have a loop that is closed at the headline, that your 2 lines touch right around the midline, and that you closed your loop at the baseline. Now I would like for you to see if you can find the capital letter X as well as the lowercase x hidden in this picture. I'm sure you have found the X's. There's the lowercase. And have you found the capitals yet? There are 2 of them this time. And there they are. Here the capital letter X is used in the word Xerox. We do not connect the capital X to the rest of the letters in the word. I like this word because it also ends in the lowercase x. Xerox. Practice that word for your next lesson. And remember, we connect the capital letter H to the rest of the letters in the word. We do not connect the capital W or the capital X.